this like happening? Is it like on?
Yeah. I just have to locate it on here.
Hello, people of Facebook.
Yeah, we're sideways.
Oh. What the heck are you doing? It says you can't turn your phone while recording.
Oh, well, what's the point of that? Wow, that's creepy. It already knows that you're there.
Yeah, it does. Okay. So, Aaron, what are we talking about?
You're very awkward.
What?
Okay, awesome. Hi, Steve. All right. So, those of you that tuned in yesterday or got to watch any of the Depression Chronicles Chapter 1, everything kicked off yesterday. And it went a lot better than I kind of expected it. Steve Zook, the man, the myth, the legend. And I'll say just off, that first video has over 400 views between YouTube and Facebook within the first 24 hours, which is just awesome. Like, that God's allowing the opportunity of something that a lot of us deal with to me, it's flourishing. A lot of people would be like, wow, you had a whole 400 views. I saw a video with 4 million. I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about making sure that this at least reaches one person, that this at least helps one person, that these videos, that the Twitter, there's also Twitter now, the handle. The Twitter, yeah. The handle is @Chronicles4243. And your arm was sticking to my leg.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So, Eddie Doritos. So today, there's new stuff that we want to go over. Like I said, this is going to be something that's going to go on daily as far as we're looking right now. There's a YouTube channel now that all these videos will be posted. And as this goes on, I hope that the videos, we can get them more professional, have better graphics, things like that. The YouTube channel is the Depression Chronicles as well. You can find a link on my Facebook page, and I believe my wife has shared it as well on hers. Something also really awesome, friend of mine over at Tugs, hey Tugs, friend of mine over at Memes for Jesus, if you follow them, actually shared the Depression Chronicles on their Facebook page in support for this ministry, in support for the mission that we have to help people better their mental health, help people in ministry better their mental health, and also for us to better our own, just being transparent with people. So you heard a lot about me, a lot about my heart yesterday, but today I brought on somebody that I'm very excited to have beside me in all of this, very excited to have beside me in life now, since we are now a little over 2 months married now. Woo! This is my wife, Nikki.
Hey.
And she's been a great help with just recognizing pretty much the telltale signs of a lot of the stuff that I've been going through. But in this relationship, in our household, I'm not the only one that deals with a lot of this. I'm not the only one that battles with mental health. My wife also battles against some stuff, and she's actually going to tell you about some of the stuff that she battles with on a daily basis.
I am? I have a cold and I'm super delirious right now. But Aaron was like, hey, we're going to do a video. Do you want to be in it? And I was like, oh, okay. I guess I have to take a shower and get out of my PJs. So here we are. So, yeah, I struggle with mental health issues. I was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder probably like at 18. And something that went hand in hand with that was that I was also diagnosed with PTSD from some abuse that I went through as a child. And about 2 years ago, I had a pretty bad anxiety breakdown kind of thing, and that was kind of the last straw, and I ended up deciding to go on medication. And it has been amazing for me. I am a huge proponent of medication to treat mental illness. I don't think, a lot of like Christians will be like, you need to pray more, or like you shouldn't be using medication. Like, no. God created doctors. God created the people who created the medication. And the way I view it is like my brain is literally missing the serotonin that it needs, and so I'm on medication that helps my body get more serotonin, and so my anxiety is super under control at this point compared to what it was. Aaron did not know me then. You should be happy that you didn't know me then. Before I did go on a prescription medication, I tried so many herbal things. And, I tried it and I tried it and I tried it and nothing worked. So I do recommend that people try that stuff first, see if it helps, because ultimately it probably is better for your body to go that route. But it didn't help me. So yeah, I am on anxiety medication and I freaking love it. And that was, like when we were dating, that was one of the things that made me the most nervous, to be like, hey, I have anxiety and it's like so bad that I'm on medication. But you handled that really, really, really well. You did.
Okay.
You don't think you did? You don't remember?
I married you.
But yeah, so I guess should I talk about like how your newer issues have played out in our relationship?
Yeah.
Or did you want to ask me questions first?
So she didn't know too much, and I didn't really recognize a lot for myself that I was struggling with a lot of mental health stuff for a lot longer than I thought. I thought I just kind of had seasonal depression, like I just got kind of sad and stuff here and there. But especially over this past weekend, there was just a lot that kind of came out, and a lot that was kind of recognized. And like I said yesterday, we are looking for somebody for me to be able to go and talk to all this about, to be able to get actually diagnosed and see if I need medication, or anything like that. And I had somebody reach out to me yesterday after the video and was just like, thank you for saying that you are willing to look for medication to help yourself with this, because I always thought it was going to make me less of a person to take medication for something that I'm struggling with, and it doesn't. It doesn't at all. And so me personally, we're not 100% sure where I kind of lie, but I get some pretty bad depression. It's not debilitating, but when I start to get depressed through the day or sometime during the week, or anxiety starts to really hit, I get very irritable, I guess is the way to say. Like, just the slightest thing will kind of set me off.
Yeah.
Chewing she was just blowing her nose. I'm kind of feeling a type of way this morning.
Yeah.
She was blowing her nose, and I like plugged my ears. Like I was starting to get kind of like annoyed at the fact of sounds.
And if you were watching the beginning of this video, my arm was like this, and he moved it because it was sticking to his leg. That is also a good example.
But there's just a lot of stuff that's actually been coming in, and there's a lot of telltale signs for certain diagnosis. But we're waiting to go get that checked out to have a conclusive understanding so that we can better understand ourselves on how to take care of me, so that I know how to take care of myself, and she better knows how to love me and take care of me. There has been some stuff that I've been changing, for sure, a daily routine. I now try to go to bed before midnight. I was a 3 a.m. for a while, but I've made it that no matter what time I go to bed, I have to get up at the same time every day, and kind of endure the day. But exercise is one that we're working on. It's one that everybody's working on. Everybody's always trying to exercise.
Lifelong.
But that's one that we're working on. We do have a gym membership. It's just all the snow, and it's cold, and I don't feel like getting in the car. But dietary, I've started taking a lot of different like supplement stuff, and especially for Christians, know that if you are not a Christian, this is not just for Christians, okay? If you are like, I struggle with mental illness, I'm battling this, and this, and I need somebody just to hear me, we are here to hear you. We are here to talk to you. We are here to love on you. And if you start to show an interest, we will share Scripture. We will share the Word of God with you. But
and we'll pray for you whether you like it or not.
But if it's something that you're like, I don't want that, but I do need help, we are here for you in that. But in a Christian stance, and especially for those of you that are in ministry and you're like, I'm just kind of sad sometimes, and I just kind of get down, like, and don't start going, I just need to pray more. Well, I mean, you always do, most likely. If you're thinking, I need to pray more, you probably do. Or I need to be in the Word more, I need to be worshiping more, you probably do. But you need to make sure that you are okay, that there isn't actually something wrong. Find a counselor, find a therapist to be able to just talk to you. If you can just sit with your lead pastor, if you are the lead pastor, if you can sit with somebody else in your staff and just talk to them, whether it's your sectional presbyter or your superintendent, whatever it is. But also a lot of it is I have started to just kick my morning off by, I read Psalms 42 and 43 every day now, which I'll talk a little bit about either today or tomorrow. And then I read some of a book that I've been reading The Circle Maker by Mark Batterson. And then a little bit of time of prayer just to kick my morning off, but I also don't go on any social media until I've done that kind of stuff. That is like crucial, because that automatically you're just set for the entire day. You're just watching a bunch of stuff. You're scrolling, and before you know it, it's noon, and you haven't changed anything about your day, and you're a mess already. You haven't like done anything to help your mental health, and you just are done, and you're just gonna lay there for the rest of the day, binging The Office for the umpteenth time. So,
I suggested that one.
So, just so we don't like go for like 3 hours today, because we could talk forever.
You had said that you wanted to ask me some questions.
Yes. So something that I want to start doing is be able to bring people on, whether it's video calling ahead of time and then kind of just recording that, because I don't think I have stuff to do live ones of that. But something I want to do is start bringing people on that are battling against mental health, or even people that have counselors. Her sister is awesome, has been helping me a lot.
Woo, Allie!
But to just kind of give that clarity, give that personable experience, so that those of you that are watching, that are battling this stuff, don't feel alone. Because that's the whole point of the Depression Chronicles, is to make sure that nobody feels alone or left behind, and that there is a place, a safe place, that they can be heard and understood. So I just wanted to, I'm just going to ask Nikki a few questions with what she deals with, dealing with me, and especially just in ministry, what she's noticed, because she doesn't come from a ministry family. She comes from a Christian home, but I come from a ministry family. I'm a pastor's kid. I grew up around ministry. Go, 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 go. It's ministry. And so she's like helped me make these things called boundaries, which everybody in ministry needs. So
balanced life.
Balanced life. So, what is it like dealing with your diagnosis every day?
Well, I have like two different answers. When I'm not on medication, it can be pretty debilitating and like kind of embarrassing, because like however many of you struggle with anxiety, you'll understand like majority of the time your anxiety doesn't make any sense, and people will be like, why are you anxious, what is it, and I'm like, I don't know.
Have you tried just not being anxious?
Like, I don't know what made me anxious, but I can't go back to that place, or I can't ever talk to that person ever again. It just doesn't make any sense. So when I'm in those moments, it's embarrassing. It's hard to explain. When I am stable, it feels, I feel victorious. Because I can remember when I wasn't, and it was really scary and really awful, and right before I went on medication, the way I described it to a friend was like I was trapped in a cage at the bottom of the ocean, and there was nothing I could do. Yeah. And so on medication, that is what the Lord led me to, and I feel victorious. I feel prepared. I feel like a whole person who can actually enjoy things. However, I do still have anxious tendencies, for sure. You've seen that, especially when it comes to new things, like starting my new job. That morning, I was kind of like freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, new people, new things.
I was a mess.
What?
I was a mess. My first day. So
Your first day, yeah. It's hard. Change is hard. But then when it comes to PTSD, that is weird. Like, it only rears its ugly head at certain times. Basically, if I get triggered by something.
Yeah, and it's only happened a couple times. It happened a few weeks ago when we were watching a TV show.
Yep, we were watching a TV show, and something happened in it that just triggered me. And I mean, what was I like? I feel like I just became a ball of anxiety.
She got up and left, and then was just in bed crying.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was hard because it's the new show Titans by DC. And if you haven't watched it, you're planning to, and especially if you deal with any of this stuff, and it comes from something like physical abuse or verbal abuse or anything like that. It's the third to last episode about Hawk and Dove, and there's child abuse in it, and just to kind of prepare anybody if you're planning to watch it. And it's hard because you want to see them overcome, but I mean, she really wanted to see them overcome what had happened. but she couldn't. It was so bad.
Right.
Just seeing that, and then it just.
I mean, a similar
so
example is Braveheart. The beginning of Braveheart, there is a rape scene, and I can never watch the whole thing. So I've never seen the whole thing. People tell me it's great. People tell me he wins in the end, and blah blah blah. But like, I just can't. It just triggers me. I just can't do it. So PTSD is almost harder in a way because it is so inconsistent. So when those triggers happen, I like kind of forget. I'm like, how did I deal with this last time? Oh my gosh. And it like sneaks up on you. And you kind of like don't know what to do sometimes. So that one is a little bit more murky.
Do you feel like lesser of a person or alone when, I guess we could say an episode with PTSD?
So because of when things happened to me, I was a child. So something that I always need to be reminded of, which you are really good at reminding me, that I am no longer a child. I can stand up for myself, and I have the ability to do something about it now. And so really there's no reason to fear. That really helps me get out of it. But when I'm in it and I feel trapped and I feel helpless and I feel like a helpless child like I did when I was a child, I definitely do feel lesser. Very scared.
Yeah. How do you, let's put it like that, how do you deal and battle your own mental illness while also being married to somebody that has a little bit more consistent,
right,
and very noticeable,
right, at least recently,
how do you handle taking care of yourself and still loving somebody else at the same time?
So I think the way it's played out mostly is when you are really depressed, or like a couple days ago, you were just like laying in bed, just on your phone, totally zonked out. I just like get like, that's when my anxiety kicks in. I'm like, he's not okay, something's wrong, I need to do something about it. And if I don't right now, something horrible is going to happen. And so it's like, my anxiety like brings it from here to here, and then I end up being controlling and snappish towards you. I mean, is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it worse for
yes,
me.
of course it does. I know.
Yeah.
So instead of me just like expressing how I'm feeling, like, hey, it's making me nervous that you're kind of spiraling right now, and just like lovingly working with you, my anxiety causes me to be like, blah, get off your phone, go do something, stop. Which is not helpful.
I shut down, and I get really annoyed, and I kind of, the way that it kind of feels is like I emotionally detach at that moment, but how she describes she sees it is like I get too many emotions at once, and so I kind of feel trapped. Mm-hmm. And which is very true, because like there's kind of just a draining in my face, monotone voice, and I'm just kind of like, you could just kind of tell by my presence in that moment, like, get away from me, like, I don't want to hear what you have to say, you're driving me nuts. And so we say all this to, one, be transparent with you, two, show you that we still have no idea what we're doing.
No.
We want to express what's going on with us so that you'll feel comfortable expressing what's going on with you. Again, you can email us. We did get, whether it was comments or emails or text messages in general yesterday, of people just reaching out, whether it was, I'm dealing with this, or thank you for sharing that, this, that, and the other thing. The video got shared around Facebook page. There's a Facebook page now, Twitter, YouTube. Email us at thedepressionchronicles4243@gmail.com.
Yep.
We're not going to share your name ever. If we want to share your story or what you sent us, we will definitely ask ahead of time, is it okay? And we'll still keep it anonymous. But we want to be completely transparent with you, because for you, this could be like, wow, this is great. I'm being able to hear somebody that's going on, but this is a huge therapy session for us.
Yeah.
To be able to do this. This is extremely therapeutic for me. Because when I have to do stuff like something like this, or I do youth service on Thursdays, and I get really, really messy,
anxious
before service, the entire day, and I don't want anything to do with anything. And that's how I kind of get up to the point of doing it, and then once I start doing it, I'm fine. I don't know how to explain it. It's really annoying, but we want you to feel like you can come and email, text message, if you have our numbers, and just kind of share what's going on with you, even if it's just encouragement. We love that.
Yes, and we need that.
Yeah. And if you follow us on Twitter, we post when we're going to be going live, but a lot of just daily encouragement throughout the day, not just one tweet a day, but just a couple things throughout the day. The tweeters. Just kind of expressing love, sending out encouragement, scripture, whatever it is. Again, just before we end, we are definitely going to share more about our lives and what goes on, especially each day that we do this, to keep on making that connection with those of you that are connecting with us. Eventually, this will be going live, starting with YouTube, and then we will post the link on Facebook to be watched. So YouTube tomorrow should be able to start doing live on there. We'll share the link on Facebook, and you'll be able to click and watch it straight from there. Twitter as well, at Chronicles4243, and then the email is thedepressionchronicles4243@gmail. The 4243 isn't just numbers that we threw in there. On Sunday, we were snowed in at her parents', and she used to go to Grace Community Church.
Yep.
In
Washingtonville, New
York. And so we watched their recorded video at her house, and this is the sermon that actually inspired the Depression Chronicles. And I'm not friends with Pastor Jared on here. If this can get to him, just this whole thing, that'd be awesome. But his sermon and the way that the Lord spoke through him in Psalms 42 and 43 of just David's outcry to the Lord and to himself about, why is my soul in anguish? What is going on? Lord, help me. Lord, why have you turned away from me?
Yeah.
My soul will sing again. Soul, carry on. You can do this. And it just spoke to me. Boom. I was like, okay, I need to do something about this.
It wasn't that fast.
In my mind, it was.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Just discouragement. I need some encouragement sent my way. I'm just kidding. Love you. So I can actually find that link and share it on all of our stuff so that you can watch that sermon as well. It was amazing. He was super transparent with what he battles with. But yeah, if you get a chance, go ahead and read Psalms 42, 43 and just see the brokenness in that man, and King David just writing and talking to the Lord, and in song even. So thank you for watching. If this is doing something for you, please let us know. If you think it can do something for somebody else, please send them our way, share the video, whatever. We love just seeing what God's doing, and just the doors that are opening for us in the first 24 hours has just been awesome. So this video will be posted on YouTube later, and then tomorrow again, it'll go live on YouTube, and the link will be shared on Facebook. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
She's like so awkward.
What? I'm cute awkward. I'm not like awkward.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. We love you. We're looking out for you, and we're here for you. And can't wait for tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing yet, but bye.
That wasn't awkward?
No. No.